Hello everyone, welcome back to your science class, and in today's class again we'll continue chapter 9, work and energy. And today we will discuss what are the sources of energy. Okay, means from where do we get these different forms of energy. You all know that sun gives energy in the form of heat and light, which is important for the survival of life on the earth. Sunlight is important not for only human being, it is important for plants and other animals also. Okay. Bulb, fan and other electric appliances run on electrical energy, and we get energy from the food we eat. Okay, and we use a variety of Earth's resources, but not all of them will be around forever. Means we use different forms of energy from the Earth resource also, but they all will not exist for all around our life. So these may be renewable and non-renewable. So children, there are two sources of energy: renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Let's discuss in detail about each. Let's start with renewable energy. Renewable, as the name tells, renewable means the resources present on the earth which can be recycled and used again and again, means that will not be exhausted, are called as renewable energy. So renewable energy are resources that are replenished by environment over relative short period of time. For example, solar energy, wind energy, energy obtained by water are some example of renewable energy. Children, as much solar energy means sunlight we use, it will never get finished. As much wind we use, it will never be exhausted. Same as much energy of water we will use, that will never going to be finished. So renewable energy are the energy which will never be finished from the earth. It will be recycled and used again and again. Okay, so let's start in detail about this renewable energy. So in this, first is solar energy. Solar energy is the energy that we get from the sun, and it is renewable because the sun shines all the time. It is not going to be happen that if we use lots of sunlight then sun's energy will be finished up. No, it will shine all the time. So solar energy is used in solar panels, solar cookers, solar geysers. We use solar energy in our day-to-day life. For example, we are just using sunlight to dry our clothes. After rain, when the ground become wet, it's also dry up due to the sun. The harvested grains are dried in sunlight, and plants prepare their food in the presence of sunlight. So sunlight is very important because it's help in drying our clothes, drying of our ground, harvested grains, and plants also need this sunlight to prepare their food. So let's learn about solar cooker. It's a type of utensil, you can say, which is used to cook the food in the presence of sunlight. Okay, so this solar cooker is used to cook food using the energy of sun. Okay, while we are using this solar cooker, we are saving our other fuels. Next is solar geysers. Solar geysers are used to heat the water for our use. Nowadays in winter season, we just heat the water. So same as the solar geyser also do that, use the solar energy, and this energy is then used to heat the water. Next is solar panel. This solar panel is used to produce electricity from the solar energy. As you learned that electricity is produced from water, wind, and even by burning the coal. But this is the best way to produce electricity because on earth lots of sunlight is there, and if we are using this sunlight to produce electricity, this is good for us. So this solar panel is consist of many small solar cells which change the light energy of sun into electrical energy. So this solar panel is made up of many small solar cells, and these solar cells convert sunlight into the electrical energy, and then this electricity can be used at our home. Now next form of renewable energy is wind energy. As you learned that wind energy is obtained from the wind, and to capture or to use power of the wind we use windmills, as the picture is showing. This is showing the windmills, and children, as the wind moves, that windmills start rotating, and this windmill are connected with turbines. As the wind will blow, then blade of windmills will move, and that will make the turbines to rotate, which convert wind energy into electrical energy by the use of generators. So wind energy is also used to produce electricity. Next form of renewable energy is hydro energy. Hydro means water, means energy obtained from water. So liquid water can be used to generate hydroelectric power, which we use from water flowing through the dams. So children, these water in the rivers are used in the dams, in which the water is made to fall from a height, and that makes the turbines to rotate and produce electricity. As you know, water is limited on the earth. Why it is called as renewable? Because as we are using water, that water will not get finished. That is why it is called as renewable resource, because we are not going to finish the water. We actually do not take the water out from the river to get electricity. So that is why it is called as renewable resource. And you know, the electricity produced from this water is called as hydroelectricity. See, this picture is showing of a dam. In dam, water is made to fall from a height, that used to run turbines and produce electricity. So let's learn what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of renewable energy. So firstly, advantages of renewable energy means, so first advantage of renewable energy is that how much we will use this form of energy, we will never run out of this, means that will never be exhausted or finished from the earth. Second point, this form of energy do not pollute our atmosphere. That means these form of energy are eco-friendly. Okay. Next is disadvantages. First, do not provide energy in sufficient amount. If we are talking about solar cooker is used to cook the food, but if it depends on sunlight. So on the cloudy or rainy day when there is no sunlight, then this solar cooker will not work. Second, they often depend on weather for their source of power. And last, they are comparatively costlier than the traditional source of energy. Means using solar cooker, solar geyser, hydroelectricity, these are even costly than the other source of energy. Okay, so this was about renewable. Now let's discuss another form of resource, that is non-renewable. Non-renewable means the source of energy which cannot be renewed again, means which we cannot get it again. So these resources are not easily replenished by our environment, means they are limited in supply on earth. As fast we use, that will be exhausted, and we will not get it back again. So I hope it is clear, everyone, that non-renewable resources are not easily replenished, means they will not recycle again and we will not get it again. It is limited in supply. When we will use it, it will finish up. So these forms of energy are coal, petroleum and the natural gas, which we get from the underground. So these sources can be easily used up and get finished up. You all know about coal, which is called in Hindi koila. On earth there are some coal mines that have limited coal. And children, you know, if we'll use lots of coal, then one day will come we will not be left with any amount of coal on earth. Same as with oil like petroleum, kerosene, natural gases, these all are limited in supply. When we'll used it, it will get finished up and that will not be replenished again. So that is why we should take care of this and we should use it carefully. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of non-renewable resources? Let's start with advantages. First, that it is comparatively cheaper and easily available. These resources are cheaper. These are not costly than renewable resources. Okay. Second, can be transported over long distance. Third, it can be stored easily. And last, it is available throughout the year in all season. As you learned that renewable resources are limited, that are restricted with the weather change. In all the weather, all the type of resources are not available. But these non-renewable energy resources are available throughout whole year in all the season. Now these also have some disadvantages. So first disadvantage is that they are limited. Once they are used up, they can't be replaced again. It is highly polluting, means that creates a lot of amount of pollution. And next, as the pollution is created, it produces lots of carbon dioxide that causes a rise in temperature of atmosphere, leading to global warming. So children, that is why we should use these non-renewable resources, but we should use in limited. We should conserve it. We should not waste it. Okay. So this is all for today. Thank you everyone.